thank you for joining us here today. I'm Matthew Pegley, a solutions consultant here at Archive 360, and I'm joined by George, VP of Compliance, also from Archive 360. We're going to discuss today the future of archiving and the value of the dedicated SaaS to avoid the vendor lock-ins. Hello, George. Nice to see you again today. Thanks for joining us. What trends are you seeing out there?
Right. Well, I think the macro trend that we have going on is that enterprises and government agencies are really building out what we would consider a data ecosystem, right? And so huge amounts of data being generated, and huge sets of legacy data as well that are sitting in all types of different systems. And the ecosystem that they want to be able to build over time with that is to take that data and obviously make sure it's appropriately governed and it's secure and meet all the compliance requirements, but increasingly
Yeah,
take these sets of data and make them available to AI and analytics to derive value out of them as well.
that's great. Great information. Thank you. So what does this mean for organizations?
Well, it means a couple things, right? So, one, when they start to think about the role in archive within this broader data ecosystem, they really need to think about um, when they bring the solution in, does it fit within the ecosystem, or is it really this carved out proprietary um, environment that doesn't really allow them to leverage the data for AI and analytics? It keeps the data in proprietary formats. It uses a lowest common denominator within a multi-tenant environment so that the differences that people have within the types of data they're working with are not well managed in these proprietary systems.
Okay.
Um, and
And for the legacy platforms that are out there that are using like rigid volume-based pricing models, expected, unexpected costs really, I think, through the growth of data, because that isn't going away.
it is. And actually, if you look at a lot of the legacy platforms that are out there, well, not only are they rigid and often will even store data in proprietary formats or locked away again in ways that do not easily fit within your broader ecosystem. Um, but these platforms charge you for all kinds of things that make it actually difficult to use your data for anything but the most narrow use cases that you've basically contracted for. And more importantly, then, as you start to approach the end of a term, at some point, you start to get data ransom fees, data egress fees, and very difficult exit from an archive.
Yeah, so basically kind of being stuck really at that point in time. So what really is the alternatives that are out there at the moment?
Right. Well, our alternative, right, our ethos is really that first, the data really needs to be yours and under your control. And by providing a dedicated SaaS, that means that we can do a couple of different things. One, we provide the ability to tailor that environment for the specific workloads. Enterprise data might look a bit different than digital communications as far as the components that you're spinning up, the types of capacity and compute that you provide at different parts of that stack. And we can do that
Okay.
because each customer is deployed in their own tenant, and we can do that. The second piece that this allows is that at any point, we actually have the ability to turn this tenant over to a customer so that if the customer at some point in the future decides to go into a different direction, well, that's fine. We can absolutely turn that over, and the data is resident within a platform that they can maintain. And again, taking now large sets of data that were previously inaccessible in archives and making them available to this broader data ecosystem into AI and analytics.
Great. Well, thank you, George. That's very useful and very interesting information. Um, Check out the website for further information on how the modern archiving platform can help your organization. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.